All right, let's go out to Springfield and talk to Matt. What's up, Matt?
Hey, Dr. John. How you doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
Doing all right.
Excellent.
All right.
What's up?
So I'm just calling to get some advice on approaching my mom about her drinking. She's struggled with it for quite some time now. I've tried on a few occasions, but they haven't gone well.
How have you tried?
So it's been a long time since I've tried. I kind of gave up for a while. Last time I tried was I took her out to lunch, and I just simply asked, how are you doing? I know that you've struggled in the past. How's it going with the drinking? And there's been drug use involved too. But then it really just turned into, oh, you think you're better than me kind of response. I'm doing fine when I know she's not doing fine.
Hey, Matt, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You've been taking care of her for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, just to some extent. I've been trying.
Let me say it differently. Taking care of her, you've been worrying about her for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's heavy. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
And you know she doesn't drink because of you, right?
Yeah, I think I have.
Matt! She doesn't drink. She doesn't drink because of you.
Right.
How old are you, man?
Yeah. I am 31.
Okay. What happened that this has come back up?
So most recently, actually like a week ago, she accidentally called me. Didn't know that she was calling me. Left me a voicemail. And she was at a package store. I could just tell.
She was at a what?
Package store.
Okay.
And I haven't brought that up to her that happened.
Yeah. Are you noticing her starting to decompensate, starting to go downhill?
I mean, to be honest, she hides it well. She's a very anxious person. Her personality is very loud. But I can tell when she's had a few. I can just tell her demeanor changes a bit.
Are there ways that you don't have to interact with her? Is she a part of your life?
Yeah. She's pretty active. I mean, we're 5 minutes down the road. My wife and I and my son 5 minutes down the road from them.
Oh, kids! She watch your kids. She take care of your kids.
Not too often. She works a lot. But that's one of my concerns. My wife isn't too concerned about that. I think my wife gives her the benefit of the doubt, but I don't because of things that have happened in the past.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think. So here's what the data we have is that conversations don't go well. She gets very defensive, turns the whole thing's on you, right? And you walk away feeling like crap. Both for trying to love your mom and she won't have it, and B, her language letting you know that you're the problem here and you're the ungrateful jerk son that needs to get his crap together, right? It flips on you. Yeah. So we know that doesn't work. And we know that she's pretty clear she doesn't want my help. So those are two heartbreaking data points. Where you do have significant control is, hey, Mom, I don't think I'm better than you. That's not what this is about. And so I'm not going to allow this conversation to get turned into that direction. Here's just start to finish. If you've had a drink or if you've had a Klonopin, you cannot be around my son. You won't be welcome at the house. I want my son to know you and be around. If you've had a drink, you can't come over. Period. And that's you just establishing safe boundaries for your kid. And you know as well as I do, she will hit the roof when you do that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Like if you were going to run a script by me before you sat down with somebody that you love that's struggling with alcohol or with drugs, your previous script of sitting down and going, hey, man, how's it going? Like, I noticed you've had this challenge in the past. What that does for somebody who's in the throes of a shameful behavior, a behavior they're ashamed of. Nobody wants to be an addict, right? Nobody.
Right.
You give somebody an avenue out. Tell me about, like, I'll tell you about, right? And it can be very quickly get away from the reason we're sitting down here, which is I'm worried about your health. And it becomes about how you're ungrateful or, oh, you think you're better. The whole thing gets deflected.
Right.
The only way I've ever seen those type of conversations go well, and well is very relative. They never just go great, right? Nobody feels super awesome at the end. Is a very direct and to the point. Mom,
Yeah.
I can tell you're drinking a lot. I'm very worried about you. I do not think I'm better than you. I don't want to go to your funeral yet. If and when you're ready to get help, I'm here. And I love you. And one of those is like, hey, let's talk about it. The other is I am from a position of both feet on the ground, anchored into reality. I'm letting you know that I see it and I love you. And when you're ready for support and help, I'll be here. Until then, I'm going to draw boundaries.
Yeah.
You see the difference there?
Yeah, I do.
And one of those is what somebody who struggles with addiction is very, 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 very good at often is twisting reality just a little bit, wiggling out of situations, saying, look over here, look over here. When you take that away, I see you, I know, and I'm here when you're ready. Bye, Felicia. When you lay it out clear, it doesn't give anybody any place to hide. Other than they got to come over the top of you. How dare you? Ah, that's fine. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe even an extra, I know you don't want to be here. And I hate it for you. But you're not asking for my help? Cool. The day you do, I'm here. But until then, boom. None of this is easy. And I'm sorry, man. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. 2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they on this?
Yeah, so my brother still home. He's 10 years younger. He's been in the thick of it. Like, he's obviously seeing more of it on a day-to-day basis than I do. He's just kind of fed up and ignores it, puts it to the wayside, and is not home as much as possible.
Does that mean he's 21? Why doesn't he move out and get his own place?
I know. I'm on him about that.
Okay. There's probably a part
at 18.
Well, there's probably a part of him that's been taking care of of your mom for a long time.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's a sick circle, man. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Sisters, where are they?
They're in town too.
Okay.
They're all around, but they're kind of just living their own lives.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's a conversation with all 4 of them. All 4 of y'all.
Yeah, we've had some conversation. I mean, we've tried to do the intervention thing. Everybody sit down, try to talk it out, but kind of went the same way I described earlier.
Yeah.
But they all know. They all know, and they all feel the same way I do.
Sorry, man. I guess the only comfort I can give you is there's no easy path out. So if you're looking for like, okay, that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like knowing, all right, if I'm going to improve my squat, I've got to just start lifting heavy weights. There's not like an easy way to do it.
Right.
Similar, if I'm going to keep me and my wife and my child safe, and I'm going to protect my home, and I'm going to let my mom know when she's ready, I'll be there. Then there's only a hard path forward.
Yeah.
I hate it for you, brother. If she ever wants to call the show, I'd be happy to talk to her. She's not going to want to. We had that woman a few weeks ago who called into the show and checked herself into a treatment program. I was really, really proud of her. It's amazing. But not everybody's ready for that. And again, the problem with addiction is it works. keeps the outside pain at bay for a bit. And it works until it destroys everything. Sorry, man. But don't ever forget, she doesn't drink because of you. And you may ask, why won't she get sober for me? Whew. That's a whole other conversation. Sorry, my brother. Let me know how the conversation goes, man. We'll be thinking about you.